Yan, hello teachers and good evening po. No? Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat and welcome to our monthly webinar with ClassPoint. No? Okay, this will be on breaking barriers in education with ClassPoint. Okay? Una-una po, no, siguro bago tayo magsimula, no, we would like to first apologize for our viewers, no, sa ating mga teachers po na nag-abang last Wednesday na nagkaroon lang kami ng konting conflict na actually on my end sa schedule. Okay, I was not able to keep track, no, of my schedule at medyo nagkaroon tayo ng problem with that, no. Okay, but we were able to resolve that by rescheduling the session, no, today. Okay, kaya po yung session natin that was supposed to be last week was rescheduled today, no, July 5 at 6 p.m. Okay, and definitely, no, okay, this is something that you wouldn't want to miss, teachers, no, kasi napakaganda at napaka-solid nung topic natin for today, which is on breaking barriers in education with ClassPoint. So paano nga ba tayo mas magiging inclusive, no? How do we make our education more inclusive, no? And what provisions can we make, no? And how do we use technology na more specifically ClassPoint in doing this. Okay, so yan po yung gusto natin gawin para sa araw na to, no? Para sa gabing ito, no? Okay? And before siguro tayo mag-start, no, I'd like to first ask our teachers, okay, to please share our link para po mas madaming ano po na makapanood sa ating session for today. And we can please do invite, no, other teachers, no, share our link, okay, so that we can have more teachers in our session for today. But of course, okay, para po sa mga hindi makakapanood, no, okay, you have, of course, okay, time to rewatch this session through our YouTube channel. Okay, so you can simply watch and siguro see, no, okay, our this video, okay, from our YouTube channel. Okay, so yan, okay. And of course, we will be joined later on by our speaker, okay, who will be bringing us, okay, this awesome session, okay, with our teachers, no, okay, with all of you teachers, okay. So yan po, no, siguro again, please do share, okay, para po, no. And of course, pang hindi pa nakaka-subscribe no, sa aming YouTube channel, and of course, pa-follow yung aming Facebook page, no, Kaagapay Teacher Support. Okay, and wag natin kakalimutan, okay, also to follow and siguro, no, be part of the ClassPoint Facebook group community. Napaka-active po, no, sa mga naghanap po ng mga resources. You will definitely find your resources at that at ClassPoint Facebook community page. Not to mention ang kanilang TikTok, ang ClassPoint TikTok account po, no, pakihanap na lang po sa TikTok, no, which now, okay, congratulations, gusto ko pong batiin, nasa 300,000 na po, no, okay, ang followers, okay, ng ClassPoint sa TikTok. Grabe, no, para mapapasana all ka dito sa social media followers ng ng ClassPoint. Well, it's not just about no marketing kasi, well, that's part, no, pero sa totoo lang, okay, malaking part kasi talaga na ClassPoint works, okay? At yan yung siguro, no, all of us can definitely attest, no, okay? So now, teachers, let's now proceed, no, okay, with our session, okay, for today. And by the way, no, siguro bago din tayo magsimula, bago ko introduce sa ating speaker, huwag kakalimutan, we'll also be having like prizes, okay, and games, no, and aside from our usual content for today. So abangan din po natin yan later on. Okay, so with that, let me now introduce, no, our speaker for today, no. Hindi naman to luma, no, okay, kasi kilalang-kilala na to sa community natin, no? Okay? Isa sa mga mga very active, okay? Technology integrators, okay? And of course, na proponent din ng paggamit talaga ng technology, no, sa edukasyon, okay? So let's welcome our speaker, no, okay? Medyo mahaba ng konti, no, kasi talagang medyo pinaiklihan to actually, no, yung kanyang bio note, no, pero let me just introduce, no. So Joseph Gabriel Gabidocada is currently a public elementary school teacher 3 at Department of Education, Division of Silay City, a division teacher, broadcaster before, no, okay, for both radio and TV-based instructions, okay, lalo na during the pandemic, no, a part-time college instructor teaching professional education subject to pre-service teachers, and has served for almost 4 years as a former teacher for the indigenous field, which I really admire, no, to the Sibato Bukidnon, a small IP community in the mountains of Silay City, Negros Occidental. A passionate advocate for inclusive education. Kaya talaga yung match na match yung topic niya for today, no? Okay? And the professional development of teachers. He also co-founded You Teach Philippines Negros Island in 2016, and now active creating programs, activities that enable young teachers to be equipped with essential tools and skills in bringing quality instruction into their classroom. A Google certified educator, innovator, no, and trainer, he further enriches the organization's goal by crafting and implementing online play shops on the mindful utilization and integration of education, technology, digital citizenship, applied digital skills for both teachers and students. He loves to engage in topics on youth empowerment, developmental work, culture and heritage conservation, design thinking, and everything EdTech. Okay, by the way, no, correct ko lang, no, siya na po ay isang Google champion, no, Google for Education champion. Let us welcome into our stream kay Sir Gab Educado. Sir Gab, good evening po. Magandang gabi po.
Ayan, good evening Sir Franco, my mentor. Ayan, long time no see at long time
Yes, no,
din na
actually, no, nakaka-miss din
oo.
talaga yung mga regular meetings natin tsaka interactions.
Mm.
Kay sobrang busy na
At
talaga rin ngayon, eh. Yes,
yes,
anyway,
exactly.
totoo
Mm-mm.
po, no? Siguro, Sir Gab, you can give us some sort of like a background maybe, Kim, on what exactly will be the coverage, no, of your session for today.
Yes, thank you, Sir Franco. So, the session title natin, Teachers, is Breaking Barriers in Education with ClassPoint. Actually, nung binigay sa akin yung topic na to, I was kind of hesitant in a way. Parang contradiction siya doon, no, sa aking introduction, because at some point in my experience sa ngayong school year, nakaranas din ako ng downtimes wherein I felt na parang hindi ako nagiging mas inclusive doon sa aking mga estudyante when it comes to the access of technology. So, yun yung pinaghugutan ko, no, for this session. And a little background, sabi ko nga, technology is also a driver of, marginalization. And at some point, dadating doon sa punto na yung technology, if kaya natin siyang imolde in a way na ibibigay natin siya sa mga estudyante na more inclusive ka, no, in your approach. And as well as ngayon, this is the age of digital education. And yun nga, yung sabi ko, technology can both be a tool of inclusivity or pwede din siyang maging tool for marginalization. So, yung weight nung question na yon rests on both of our shoulders as educators and as teachers. So at this session, iti-discover natin how we could break the barriers. Kung hindi man natin siya ma-break, at least madent lang naman natin yung mga barriers na to in education. And at the same time, yung primary goal natin is to create a learning space wherein the atmosphere and the acceptance doon sa mga estudyante natin, and in a way mas nagiging inclusive siya doon sa ating mga estudyante, and also with the way that we teach, with the way that we integrate technology in our day-to-day lessons. Ayun, Sir Franco.
Thank you so much, Sir Gab. So I'll give the floor to you so that you can start, and good luck on that, on your session, Sir Gab. No, of course, teachers, enjoy. I'll be in the chat also to interact with everyone.
All right. Ayan. Thank you very much, Sir Franco. Again, magandang gabi, teachers. I think this is a very new time slot for me. Naging isa din po ako sa mga regular na mga sharers, no, for Kaagapay Teacher Support for the past ilang years na ba? Magtatatlong taon na, no? Magpo 4 years na din. Because ever since pandemic talaga nagsimula, no? So I welcome you all, teachers, sa ating session, Breaking Barriers in Education with ClassPoint, together with me as your speaker. I'm Gab Educado, Teacher Gab for short. I'm a public elementary school teacher back here sa probinsya, sa Negros Occidental, specifically dito sa Schools Division of Silay City. And with that, before I go deeper sa ating session ngayong hapon, paki-join naman, please, no? Kindly join our session. It's CDC002, yan yung ating class code. Pumunta lamang po sa www.classpoint.app. Okay? Aantayin ko po kayo doon. At some point, ayan, si Miss Steph nandito din sa atin, joining us. Miss Steph of Inkno and ClassPoint, magandang hapon po, magandang gabi. And to Sir Bert as well, nasa background din, no, nagma-manage ng ating interactions. Ayan, so for participants, tatlo na yung online. Sige. And also teachers, kindly change your names pagpasok dyan sa ating ClassPoint demo class. Alright? Kasi parang, I think magbibigay ng mga prizes. So kailangan complete name yung gamitin. Alright? Complete name yung gamitin natin. Okay, kasi madi-disqualify kayo doon para sa mga goodies na ibibigay ni na Miss Steph and Sir Bert later. Alright? Sige. Sir Jeff, ayan, nandyan din. Isa din sa mga EdTech champions, idol, Lodi. Sir Jeff, magandang gabi. Also, ayan. Antayin lang natin yung iba. Alright, sige. Habang kayo po ay pumapasok, let me start the first slide. Ayan, sige. Check-in muna tayo. Ayan, kumustahan muna. I know na it's a very tiring school year for all of us. I will not sugarcoat. Kasi lahat tayo nakakaranas na ng tinatawag nating burnout. That's reality. So, mag-check-in muna ako sa inyo. I really want to know, kasi gusto ko din ma-feel yung positive vibes coming from you. Yung question ko dito is, what is that one small positive change or achievement you've experienced recently that you're proud of? Sige nga, I'll launch the short answer activity. Alright? Kung nakapasok na kayo, let me know. What is that one small positive change or achievement that you have experienced recently that you are very proud of? Sige nga, let me know. Ayan, tingnan natin. Meron na ditong... Ayun! Meron ng isa. At napakaganda yung kanyang parang small win. Hindi ito small win but this is a very humongous win. Sabi ni Jericho, I'm graduating this Friday. I'm very happy. Congratulations. Jericho, teacher ka din ba? Magti-teacher ka din? If so, congratulations. And hopefully, you can make a difference sa field later on. Sabi naman ni Sir Jeff, Prof. Jeff, change na maging handa ang future educators in teaching with the presence of AI. Yan, kasi artificial intelligence has been around our communities, has been circling around the communities for the past several months. At grabe yung impact ng AI, actually. Sabi naman ni Teacher Romel, being appreciated by my students. Oh, nakakataba ng puso. Natitiri-eye ako always kapag merong mga teachers nag-share ng ganyan. Sabi naman ni Teacher John Anthony, able to finish my tasks and take care of my mental health. Definitely, Aside from the task, yung mental health din natin. Huwag natin kakalimutan. From Teacher Mary Grace, 13,000 steps yesterday. Yan, go for the healthy body. Ayan, go for the goal for a healthy body, healthy living. Thank you, Teacher Mary Grace. Keep it up, Sabi naman ni Teacher Juan, installed as the new school head. Congratulations, Sir Juan. From Teacher Melanie naman, able to submit my requirements of work on time while continuing my studies. Galing, Multitasker. Very efficient si Teacher Melanie. Si Teacher Neil naman, that I am growing and learning new strategies that will enhance my skills for demo teaching. Future educator po. Here, ayan. Congratulations, Neil, and hopefully, you could join our ranks in the future. And good luck din sa demo teaching, and hopefully ClassPoint could also help you makapagbigay ng isang magandang learning experience sa iyong mga students. Teacher Jacqueline, I was able to continue my masteral despite my age. Age is just a number, Teacher Jackie. So I suggest you go for it, diba? You go for it. Teacher Renalyn, being alive despite the stress. I feel you, Teacher Ren. I feel you, Teacher Renalyn. Sabi naman ni Teacher Juren, I'm able to conduct the faculty development seminar with only 2 assistants. Uy, siguro malaking malaking audience or malaking number of participants yung fina-facilitate mo, Teacher Juren. But I guess, kahit ganyan, it's a small win, it's a big win for you. Congratulations. So with that, gusto kong bigyan lahat ng stars. Okay, bigyan natin. Lahat ng stars na yan, ibigay na natin yan. Gusto kong isa-isahin kasi I really want to hear that genuine, sound, Sabi naman ni Teacher Says, when I got my license ID. Congratulations, Teacher Says. So with that, let me close the submission so that makapag-proceed na po tayo. Let me close. Ayan. So, pwede din nating mag-award stars to all. But I guess I really want to hear that genuine tinkling sound whenever I give stars. So that's why iniisa-isa ko. All right. So let me close this response window. Ayan. So let's proceed sa next. Eto. Di ba? Simula pala ng session natin, nagpe-play shop na agad. So top of mind, maglaro muna tayo. Top of mind, kasi this is all about barriers in education, inclusivity, and all of those stuff. But I really want you to focus on the word barrier. Diba? And what word, or a phrase, or a sentence, yung unang pumapasok sa mind natin, teachers, kapag naririnig natin or nababasa yung word na barrier. Alright, mag-isip muna. I'll give you a thinking time, 2 to 3 seconds before I launch the word cloud. Tingnan natin, if meron ba tayong the same na perceived meaning for the word barrier. Ilagay natin sa konteksto natin as teachers. Alright? Teachers who are integrating technology. Yan yung ating konteksto. Okay? So let me launch the word cloud activity. Sige. Let me just minimize this first so that at least makita natin yung activity natin. Top of mind, barrier. Sige nga, tickle your imagination. Ginawa kong parang ilang responses ba yung nilagay ko dito. But I guess, tingnan natin. Hindrance, lack of ICT preparedness in schools. Ayun, internet connectivity, challenge, blockade, discouraged. Grabe, no? Parang negative lahat ng mga words yung na-associate natin with the word barrier. Alright? Sige, ayan. Lagay natin dito. Masyadong malaki yung window. Let me resize this one. Ayan. A challenge, challenges, lack of ICT preparedness. Sorry, Sorry, nilalaro-laro ko yung window. Ayan. Wall to break. It's a blockade. Alright. Ang galing. Galing ninyo, teachers. Actually, yung pinakamalaking word na nakikita ko ngayon is in color orange, and that's hindrance. Let me just turn off the music muna. Hindrance, no? Di ba? Kasi kapag barrier talaga, isa siyang malaking tinik sa lalamunan natin lahat. And lahat ng mga words na nasa immediate vicinity ng word na hindrance are all connected with ICT integration. Nakikita ko dito yung lack of ICT preparedness in schools. Yung ICT preparedness kasi ang daming dimensions niyan eh. 'Di ba? And I also see here yung internet connectivity. Grabe, isa din yan sa mga persistent problems natin sa mga schools. Meron namang internet installation but internet connection wala. More and more workloads, 'di ba? Nafi-feel ko din yung pressure ng workload natin, most especially in the public school, but definitely laban lang, right? So again, guys, teachers, let me close the submission. Lakayan ko lang ng konti. Sorry, hindi ko siya na-enlarge. Ayan. So, thank you very much for your responses, and all of your responses dito are all correct naman, are all connected, are all tied up together. So let me close the submission, and let me award all of you stars. Congratulations. Ayan, let me just close this. Proceed tayo sa next. Ayan. Ito pa. Although some of you answered dun sa window sa word cloud activity natin, ilagay naman natin sa context ulit, di ba? In context, what do you think are the barriers you currently face in your day-to-day teaching experience? Ito, real talk. Alright? Real talk tayo. What are your barriers? Your current barriers. Yung parang, kapag ito yung na-encounter mo sa day-to-day teaching mo, parang gusto mo na lang mag-give up. Parang gusto mo na lang sumuko. 'Di ba? I want to hear your thoughts on this, teachers. So let me launch this activity with you. Lagyan lang natin ng konting music kasi parang seryoso yung tanong na to. What do you think are the barriers you currently face in your day-to-day teaching experience? Alright? Lagay pa din natin sa context natin. In technology integration. Meron nang naglagay dito school forms. Ay nako, school forms na yan. I really love the school forms. Minamahal ko na lang talaga yung school forms na to, no? Anyway, let me resize my window. Sabi ni Jericho, school forms. Ayan, napatawa. I think na-experience niya to during his internship. Siya yung pinagtrabaho ni teacher ng school forms. Sabi ni Teacher Christine, deadlines. Yes. Administrative tasks that are overlapping, Sir John, that's a big yes. Alfred Melvin, students' engagement. Mhm. Students' readiness and lack of prerequisite skills. Teacher Romel, thank you. Teacher Renalyn, relate. 504 gateway error. Ayan. Konting patience pa, Teacher Ren. Sir Jeff, health, open-mindedness of students, knowledge of ICT. Yes, exactly, Sir Jeff. I'm also working as a part-time college instructor on technology integrations. That's why feel ko tong sagot ni Teacher Jeff. Sir Juan, lack of learner's gadget. Again, persistent problem ito. Cloud connectivity or internet connectivity. Again, lumabas siya. Maintaining the interest of the students sa topic or lesson. Students' engagement. Teacher Melanie, thank you. Language. Can you parang um can you explain further, Teacher Aldrin? Ano dun sa language yung parang nagiging barrier na sa day-to-day lessons mo? Tardiness and discipline. Meron pang pumasok. Students focus on topics. Again, on the question on engagement. Mhm. Sige. Take note natin, teachers, yung lack of learner's gadget. Yan. Cloud connectivity or internet connectivity, focus on topics, open-mindedness, knowledge of ICT. Lahat ng to are all interrelated. And these are all categorized under that very big word na nakita nyo kanina, which is the word barrier. Grabe, no? And hindi ko naman um, hindi ini-include yung ibang responses dito. All of this are all interconnected. And lahat ng to are all barriers. 'Di ba? Are all barriers. At araw-araw natin ito nakakasalamuha, na-experience natin, na-feel natin. Kahit pag-uwi natin sa bahay, parang we feel the weight of all of these barriers sa educational system natin. So let me close the submission. Thank you very much, teachers. For that, I'll give you all stars for responding to our prompt. So, sige. In relation to giving the context, I want to share this with you, no? In terms of the ever-changing educational landscape natin. Hindi lang dito sa Philippines, but also in a global scale, right? This is the future of schools. How will societies across the globe change in the next 20 years? Now, tayo as teachers, we are all idealistic at one point in our professional lives. Yung kumbaga parang marami tayong hugot sa life wherein parang nafe-feel natin yung Superman syndrome. Yung parang kaya nating isolve lahat nung mga concerns and issues nung bago pa lamang tayo as a teacher. And teachers, again, I want you to invoke that very same energy within you, within your hearts, and within your memories. How do you envision the schools of the future? Given all of these factors, given all of these barriers, paano ba ninyo na-envision yung schools of the future? 'Di ba? Libre yung mangarap, right? Libre yung mangarap. I want you to envision your schools of the future. Okay? Mag-envisioning muna tayo before we get deeper into breaking barriers na topic natin. So, this is a slide drawing. This is a challenge for everybody. So, mag-drawing kayo. Cartoon, stick drawing, lahat ng yon are acceptable. I just want you to express yourselves. I want you to envision your schools of the future. Slide drawing, start na natin. Alright? Sige. Lagyan natin ng music para at least yung tempo natin. Go! Sige. How do you envision the schools of the future? Magandang tanong yan, no? Magandang tanong yan. So, it's also a challenge. Slide drawing yan, ha? Yung iba gumagamit lang ng phone. Sorry po. Apologies. Yung iba gumagamit ng laptop tsaka mouse. Yung iba naman trackpad. But again, I want you to feel the challenge. Alright? Sige. Ayun. Grabe, ang bilis ni Teacher Jericho, ah. Sige nga, ano yung response ni Teacher Jericho? Tingnan natin. Stars with a heart. Good. Ayos. How about the others? Sige nga, pakita naman ng artwork ninyo. Teachers, ganito lang talaga ako kasaya kasi I really miss kaagapay teacher support and the vibe of the community, ano. For the longest time, parang ito ata yung first online engagement ko na binigay for this school year. Sige, teachers, more responses. Wag nyo nang gawing parang very complex, no? Kahit, ayan, Teacher Jeff, very good. A+. Yan naman talaga di ba? Gusto natin, yung mga schools natin can produce well-equipped, value-centric students, right? From Teacher Maria Gia, lakihan ko lang ng konti. Ayan. Robot ba to? Parang robot, ano? But again, I love your drawing, Teacher Gia. Ayan. Sige nga, ito kay Teacher Jeff, ito naman kay Teacher Jericho. Ito lang, happy lang. Very positive vibes ng mga bata. And all of these kids are excelling. No? Renaline, yan. ICT, go. No? ICT integration with a heart. ICT integration with a heart. Very good. Ayan, Teacher Neil. Parang mapapaisip ka talaga dito sa drawing na to ni Teacher Neil. Siyempre, no? With technology comes innovation. Di ba? Galing. Ano pa? ICT ready. Uy, lahat ng classrooms. Pero I can feel na parang yung symbolism ng word na ICT ready, di ba, nakalabas na siya doon sa four walls. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan meron siyang extension kahit outside the classrooms. Yung ICT readiness natin. Thank you, Sir John. Alright. Internet connectivity yan. Wide range of internet connectivity. Teacher Romel, salamat. I'm also wishing for that to happen here sa atin. Ito, 1:1. Right? 1:1 na devices for our kids. Good, Teacher Marie. Salamat po. Robots. Good. Kasi meron na tayong AI. If we equip ourselves with the knowledge of artificial intelligence and the technical expertise on how to do robotics, definitely, kaya nating makipagsabayan in the topic of robotics. Teacher Jackie, salamat. ICT pa more, Teacher Alfred. Ayan. Thank you very much, teachers. I'll give all of you stars for this, right? Sige. So, for now, I'll close the submission. Thank you very much, teachers, for joining this activity. I had fun talaga, no? Seeing your drawing. So, award stars to everybody. Congratulations. So, let me just close this muna. And let's proceed. Ano ba yung content talaga ng the future of schools na to that I saw in the net, no? Nakalimutan ko lang i-embed yung link, but I promise that I will be sharing the link for this article. So, I just took the graphics kasi napaka-easy niyang intindihin. Alright? So, ito is courtesy of Shape and parang itong convergence ng mga educators in the US and in Europe. And throughout this conference, they were able to talk about the future of our schools, right? And sabi dito, education is undertaken around the world. Lahat ng bansa, merong educational system. Yet the factors shaping the educational system natin and all of the things underneath that topic vary considerably by country. Iba't ibang konteksto. But nevertheless, the factors affecting the educational system are all the same. Largely guided by technological, economic, ecological, and social shifts, our role as educators is to actively respond to change, no, in order to best serve and support learners and to enable them to face future challenges. Yun naman talaga yung ating goal. How we may be able to actively or proactively support our children to become ready, for the 21st century um, workspaces. And to do this, we need to ask ourselves, teachers. Unang tanong is, to do this, what does the future of education look like in different contexts? Kanina, nasabi ninyo yung lahat ng mga bagay tungkol sa word na barrier. Na i-drawing nyo na din yung gusto nyo pang mangyari dun sa educational system. And yung mga ways on how to break these barriers as well. What are the challenges that we are facing? You were able to identify them kanina. And crucially, how do we actively contribute to the evolution of education here in our country? Eto, yung pag-join nyo pa lang dito sa session na to is part of that move already. Kahit gaano kaliit yung move na yon, through listening and through applying the things that you were able to learn from these sessions, online sessions from Kaagapay Teacher Support and from InkNow and ClassPoint, you are making a difference inside your classrooms. Incremental changes, kumbaga. So sabi dito, tingnan nyo yung graphics natin. It's all about people living longer, women's access to education, not enough schools. These are the factors that really affect how education could evolve. Diba? Demographic changes ito. And these are so big that they're going to transform our educational landscape for the next 5 to 10 years. Ngayon nga, lumalabas na yung artificial intelligence, right? So, basically, kahit yung AI, dun pa lang sa AI, we are seeing a drastic change in the way that we carry out education. Agree? Yan. Let me know dyan sa ating live chat. All right? I'm also monitoring it. All right. Kahit sa Africa, kahit sa ibang mga continents, education will need to evolve differently in different parts of the world. And for the next 10, 50, 100, or even a couple of 100 years in the future, tataas yung population natin. And in just 10 years, around 450 million babies will be born. Tingnan nyo 450 million babies. Diyan pa lang yan sa Africa. And these children will need access to school and education, and it is very likely that these students also will attend school online. Kasi nga sabi ko nga, ito na yung mga reverberating effect ng pandemic. Online education will stay forever. Diba? We were already immersed. We answered to the challenge, so now we sustain. Online education is here to stay. And edtech tools, edtech applications are all here to stay. And creating opportunities is also a must for digital pedagogies. That's why meaningful integration parate yung sinasabi namin ni na Sir Franco, ni na Sir Jeff Beltran over at the audience, sina Sir Alwin from Edpuzzle, lahat sila, yun yung sinasabi sa atin. Meaningful integration. We need to develop, we need to evolve our digital pedagogies. Alright. Punta tayo sa next slide natin, teachers. Bilisan ko lang kasi napakalawak ng scope na to. Eto, tingnan ninyo ito. We are also, dyan sa roadmap, eto. Let me just switch to my laser pointer. Eto, yan. That is a symbolism for accelerated changes. New technologies, anong nangyayari? Nagkakaroon ng disruption. Right? Every time we have new technologies, new applications, new tools, nagkakaroon ng disruption. Nagkakaroon ng ripple effect. Yan yung nangyayari sa artificial intelligence natin. And we all love ClassPoint AI. And ClassPoint AI is one of those applications or tools na nagbigay ng disruption dun sa steady waters ng educational landscape natin. And now, paano natin mako-combat yung disruption na to? It's going towards creating new stuff. Nagkakaroon ng social transformation. Noon, nahihirapan tayo gumawa ng mga questions using artificial intelligence, using the anong tawag dito? The traditional way. Ngayon, with artificial intelligence, in just a click of your mouse, in just a click of your finger, nagkakaroon ka ng automatically generated, AI-generated slide questions inside your PowerPoint. A couple of years back, wala pa yan. So, there's social transformation in a way. Mas napapagaan yung trabaho, right? Mas nafe-feel natin gumagaan yung trabaho. That's the transformation. And you are creating new stuff, new outputs. At yan, nakikita ninyo, machines of the future. Robots will come, artificial intelligence will come. All right? Also, digitization of everything. Noon, mahilig tayo sa Xerox copies. But ngayon, bigay lang ng PDF, give a copy, no? Or set it in the options, magbigay ka ng copy. Lahat ng yon, digital. Everyone is online. The question of privacy is there. Now, tingnan nyo, nagkakaroon ng metaverse. Paano na ba natin na-distinguish? Because all of these transformations in the educational landscape, paano na natin na-draw yung line between the real world, between the reality, and the metaverse of the educational space? To wrap this all up, advances in technology can bring advances to education. Tama? Advances in technology can bring advances to education. We need to develop critical thinking and literacies in our learners by teaching everybody to look at information and judge it for what it is to help our learners navigate boundless information on the web. Now, tingnan ninyo. Eto, blended learning. A couple of years back, wala pa to. Home learning. Right? Yung ibang teachers before, sabi nila, ay, hassle naman yung blended learning na yan. But it became part of the problem as well as part of the solution. Tama? Nahirapan tayo with the blended learning eh. Napaka-hassle. A modular type of learning, hindi siya effective. Okay? Face-to-face and online, parang mahirap din. So it became part of the problem and the solution. So anong nangyari sa educational system natin? The educational experts, excuse me, cherry-pick the best bits so that we could have the present form of our blended learning right now. That's why technology is the key. Now, it branches off, right? Nagkakaroon ng gap, right? Home learning requires resources, and with resources, we can create motivation. Pero paano tayo makakapag-create ng resources if there's a gap? There's support divide and digital divide, di ba? Ang daming factors. Digitization of everything is also there. Technology could be a distraction or an enabler. Ang dami. The question on access is also there. We need education shaped to fit. Yan yung ating gustong mangyari. As teachers, nakikita na natin yung gap that is slowly creating, no? Slowly creating a gap inside our classrooms. Nafe-feel na natin. Okay? And some challenges, dumagdag pa doon sa problema na binigay ng pandemic. Access is also raising the question on equality and equity. And anong nangyari? Some lost 2 years. All right? Now, where am I going here, no? Teachers, the question here for us is this one. How might we leverage technology in securing and fostering inclusivity in our classrooms? With all of those factors present, paano natin na-secure at na-foster, napapalago yung inclusivity in our classrooms? Ako noon, hindi ko masagot-sagot to. Hindi ko masagot. I'm using technology but at some point nafe-feel ko na parang there's something wrong with the way that I am using technology. Imbes na I am bridging the gap, I am somehow creating a gap inside my classroom. So doon ako humugot. Coming here with this question, kayo teachers, very thought-provoking, no? How might we leverage technology in securing and fostering inclusivity in our classrooms? Try nyo sagutin. But there's a solution for me. Nakita ko to within me when I pondered on this. At tinawag ko itong tech equity. All right? We teachers can apply a concept called tech equity to ensure that the technology we use is enhancing learning for all of our students. Hindi siya equality. It's equity. Kasi kapag sinabi nating equality, you are just giving the same the same solution or the same support doon sa mga estudyante. Which somehow, yung ibang estudyante requires more of that support eh. Pero equality yon. But I am referring to tech equity. Dapat lahat ng bata nakaka-receive ng eksaktong support in terms of technology. At meron akong in-identify dito na tatlo: universal design for learning, accessibility, and application. Tatlo yan. Okay? I don't know if somebody from the audience is familiar with ISTE, or the International Society for Technology and Education. Yan. Sila itong organization, global community ito ng educators that believes in the power of technology, no, to bridge these divides. Educators can begin to grasp tech equity by first understanding the standards for educators given by ISTE. It's a whole lot different na topic. But again, I just want you to know na dito yan nakaangkla doon sa standards for educators ng ISTE. Wherein, yung PPST natin, yung Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, dyan din nakaangkla. No, dyan din binase. Alright, sa ISTE Standards for Educators. Sige, tingnan natin. Punta tayo sa Universal Design for Learning muna. Eto, very quick lang, yung CAST or yung Center for Applied Special Technology set up Universal Design for Learning or UDL. This is a framework I will not go deeper dito, but I guess I just want you to know na isa itong framework to improve and optimize teaching and learning for all people based on scientific insights into how humans learn. When we apply the principles of UDL, we ensure an inclusive approach to learning because we give students opportunities to make choices based on their strengths. Kung saan man nakaka-leverage yung estudyante, kung saan siya magaling, doon mo siya ilagay or doon mo siya i-challenge. That's the very basic premise of the universal design for learning. All right? So I provided here a link for you to explore UDL. So tatlo yan, no? Effective networks or the why of learning that answers to the question of engagement. So, ito yung gagamitin mo for purposeful motivated learners to stimulate interest and motivation for learning. The what of learning, this refers to the recognition networks. Ito, representation. These are for resourceful, knowledgeable learners. They should present information and content in different ways. And the how of learning, di ba? Learning by doing. So the frontal lobe yan, no? Strategic networks. Action and expression. These are for strategic goal-directed learners to differentiate the ways that students can express what they know. So yung tatlong to are all stratas on how to effectively use universal design for learning. And that's one way for us to foster inclusivity inside our classrooms. I just recently discovered this one, pero ang laking tulong niya for you to realize na, meron pa pala ako kayang gawin in order for me to foster inclusivity in my classroom. Alright? Sige. Let's go back. Pangalawa, punta tayo. Sorry, teachers, if you have questions, don't fret, kindly just update us in our live chat so that we could answer those questions. Punta tayo sa accessibility. Ito, one of the things na usually hindi namimislok natin as teachers. Tama? Accessibility. Paano kapag meron tayong estudyante na mahina yung paningin or mahina yung pandinig? 'Di ba? We cannot give that same technology to him or her kasi meron siyang needs for accessibility. Now, click on this. Eto, teachers, one way to ensure for us the ease of access, for us to consider how accessible digital tools really are for our learners, meron ditong Web Accessibility Initiative or WAI. Parang checker siya ng accessibility. This is an initiative, worldwide initiative ito, wherein sinasabi nila, yung premise nila for existing is that when websites and web tools are properly designed and coded, people with disabilities can use them. However, currently, many sites and tools are developed with accessibility barriers that make them difficult or impossible for some people to use. That's why kung titingnan ninyo, si Microsoft, meron na siyang accessibility features. Si Google, for education, may ganun din. Right? So, lahat ng mga big or tech giants na to are giving accessibility features for our differently abled peers. So, kailangan ganun, di ba? Accessibility. And one tool, excuse me, one tool for us to use is Grackle Docs. You can search for that online. I'm just giving you just a tip, no. This can evaluate how accessible your digital documents are. Alright? So parang i-upload mo lang yung document mo and then this will be checked by the artificial intelligence ng Grackle Docs at makikita mo ano yung mga issues on accessibility yung madedetect ng artificial intelligence dun sa document or sa digital document mo. Alright, parang isa-scan niya, and when the scan finishes, Grackle Docs arranges the document's elements and structures into categories. Images, headings, tables, landmarks, images, yan, no? Nagkakaroon ng accessibility check. So teachers, try it out, no? Pwede mo siyang ma-search sa Google Play Store or sa Chrome Store, sorry, for you to use it, to utilize it. No? Sige. Moving forward, balikan lang natin. Lastly is application. Ayan, malapit na tayo teacher sa Play Shop. Sorry. Eto, application muna tayo. What educational tech tools and apps are you using in providing meaningful and engaging learning episodes to your learners? Sige nga, try to evaluate yourself. Ano-anong mga tech tools yon? Give a maximum of 5 tools or apps. Alright? No one can stop you now. I'll activate the word cloud. Go. Sige. Tech tools. EdTech apps. Yung mga ginagamit ninyo. Go. Maximum 5. Uy, Canva. I'm also a fan of Canva for education. I just recently reached 500 design milestone. Kahoot. Merong mga Kahooters dito. More. Mathway. CP. ClassPoint. Thank you so much. ClassPoint, nananatiling maliit si ClassPoint. Please, palakihin niyo yung ClassPoint. Kailangan lumaki yan. Yan. Good. Quizzes, Padlet, ang dami, Mentimeter. Ano pa? Aralinks. Ayan. Meron pa ba? Evalb? Nearpod. Nearpod. Messenger AI. Meron pa ba? Ano yung bagong pasok? Quizzes. ClassPoint. Palakihin nyo yung ClassPoint. Go! Class Dojo. Live Worksheet. Flickers. Flipgrid. Thank God. Ang dami nyong ginagamit, teachers. I'm very proud of you. Office 365 for PowerPoint. Very good. Grabe. Limitation of intelligence. Dito lang yan. Ayan. Meron pa Schoology. Meron pa gumagamit ng Schoology sa atin. Right. Very good. Sige. Let me close the submission so that we could proceed already. I'll give you awards for all of your responses. And thank God, I would like to highlight your top answers. ClassPoint and Kahoot. Thank you so much. ClassPoint, 7 responses. Kahoot with 5. But again, I'm very proud dun sa 7 na gumagamit talaga ng ClassPoint. Kudos for all of those teachers na gumagamit ng ClassPoint. Ayan. So, let me close. Salamat. Let's proceed. Sige nga. Eto. Yan. Productivity apps. Tingnan nyo yun dyan. If nandyan na, sa category na yan, yung mga apps na binanggit ninyo. Productivity apps, can be, sorry, let me just, ayan. Okay, understanding how technology increases the need for UDL implementation, yung understanding the design of learning, or universal design for learning. Accessibility and inclusion is integral to our short and long-term educational settings. Take note, teachers, accessibility and inclusion. The following applications can act as a guide as we increase our learning opportunities. Lahat ng yon sa word cloud ninyo ng mga responses are all correct. Are all, kapuri-puri because you are really using them. Productivity apps, Google Slides, Google Forms, Jamboard for Microsoft is way. It allows our learners to collaborate with each other in real time and produce multiple outputs. Feedback and, ayan, ito. Feedback and online discussion platforms gaya ng Flipgrid, Padlet, and Mote. We are giving our learners, an access to, or permit to maintain conversations, right? Also, pre-recording. Mahilig din tayo nito. Maraming videos sa YouTube yung mga pre-recorded lessons. It encourages students to learn as asynchronously at their own pace. So congratulations at thank you very much for those teachers who are really giving their best mag-record ng mga lessons na yon. Gamification, we will discover that later. Provide students a new way to interact with content and increases engagement. Nandyan si ClassPoint, gamification is there. Ano pa ba? Quizlet, choose your own adventure, digital escape rooms, choice boards, ang dami. Alright? Digital libraries for a supply or of reading materials. Ano pa ba? Ang dami, no? Tingnan natin dito. Conversion tools. I don't know if you are using HyperDocs or utilizing HyperDocs. So, isa din yan sa mga conversion tools natin. Ano pa ba? Screen readers, Chrome extensions, lahat ng yan are all conversion tools because they accommodate to help all students feel successful. Incorporation of diverse curriculum and reflection throughout all digital learning activities. All right. Virtual field trips via Google Earth, content to dismantle stereotypes, inviting diverse speakers, resource speakers natin, lahat ng yan, dinadiversify natin yung curriculum. At nagbibigay tayo ng chance for our learners to reflect on their learning. And lastly, enhance digital formative and summative assessments. And nandyan ang Edpuzzle for formative assessment, Flipgrid, and most especially, ClassPoint as well. Nandyan din yan sa spectrum na yan. So, all of this application conduits, lahat ng yan, or almost all of those, are applicable with ClassPoint. That's why we should not forget ClassPoint, teachers. All right? Now, where am I getting there, no? I want you to realize that we are reinventing transformation. Ito yung pinaka-goal natin. So, the pandemic has taught us really to not fear the advances of technology, but instead to view them as ways we can explore how best to assist our students. Sabi ko nga, during the pandemic, teachers, we should be brave, embracing these changes. And by embracing these changes, we are reinventing transformation, the transformative capabilities, no, of the educational landscape through technology. Continuous learner-centered design will help us build upon tech equity advances so that we can unite all learners through inclusion and access for success. And to commit further to tech equity in a digital or in a person class, we must continuously ask these questions. Una, what do my students know? Ano ba yung meron yung mga estudyante? Tingnan mo yan. Tingnan natin yan. And what strengths can I build upon? Saan ba sila magaling? Saan sila mas nag-learn? Saan sila mas effective when it comes to engagements? Pangalawa, how is the technology I use enhance equitable teaching through UDL, accessibility, and inclusion? Ito yung parang pinaka malaking question for me personally. How am I using technology to enhance the equitability of my teaching? Paano? And lastly, are my students' voices being heard? Or baka si teacher lang lahat yung nagde-decide? Hindi na pinapakinggan yung mga estudyante or yung mga learners natin. So all of these questions, yung tatlong to, are all questions for us to ponder on if we want really to reinvent and to transform the educational landscape from being inequitable to being equitable. Right? So, grabe no, grabe yung napakabigat ng topic na to talaga for me no. But nevertheless, I want you to realize that tech equity will lead us to reinventing transformation. There are still work to be done because putting a device in every child's hand and providing Wi-Fi alone doesn't bridge the digital divide. But we must have confidence in our ability to minimize the inequities. Gaya ng sabi ko ng paulit-ulit, teachers, we must be brave. Teachers, you should be brave. Because ang dami pa, ang dami pang mga gawain yung kailangan natin gawin. Ang dami pang mga educational technology, apps and tools yung lumalabas that could really streamline the way that we teach and carry out unique, enjoyable, engaging learning episodes every day in schools and for our students. Focusing on tech equity in virtual and in-person instruction strengthens 21st century skills. We are readying them. We are preparing them to face the challenges of the 21st century workplace. No? And if we continue to move forward, to progress with confidence, creativity, and an attitude of meeting challenges head on, definitely we will persevere in our transformation to best foster growth for all of our students. And that's how we break the barriers of education by using technology, by using our creativity, and definitely by meaningful integration of this tech inside our classrooms. All right? That's a let me get a breather. Sige nga, mag-poll muna tayo. Kumusta kayo? Okay pa ba? Or no? Or unsure? Let me know. Okay, let's start the poll first. Kaya pa ba? Kaya pa? Kaya pa? Yes! Thank you! Yes! Merong unsure? Merong nababother? Apologies if meron akong nabother doon sa session na yon. 7 yung yes, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Thank you, teachers. Walang nagno-no. 11. Very good. Very good, teachers. Ayan, sabi ni Sir John Anthony Kabuga, the last question makes sense. Grabe, no? Ang bigat nung session, nung part na yon, but I guess we need to feel at times yung bigat ng responsibility at yung bigat ng situation. Right? So let me close the submission. Thank you, teachers, for joining the poll. So now, eto, how can we best use ClassPoint to start chipping into the barriers for education? Play shop na tayo, game on na tayo. All right. Sige, but before that, let me just read this comment. That is correct. Kaya it was a dismay when one teacher between 45 to 50 years old who is still teaching once said that naiinis siya sa ICT. Si ICT naman talaga hindi natin siya enemy, hindi natin siya kalaban, but it is our ally. Siguro, yun lang, generational gap yun. Yun yung parang nakikita ko doon kay ma'am na 45 to 50 years old. generational gap yon. But I guess there are still veteran teachers who are really willing to learn ICT, really willing to learn how to meaningfully integrate edtech sa kanilang classrooms. Mhm. Okay, big thumbs up tayo dyan. Alright, ready na ba? Ready na tayo? Sige. Now, teachers, I would just like to reiterate, this is a play shop. Alright? If meron kayong separate device, I want you to play around your ClassPoint applications and your ClassPoint slides. Alright? While we are undergoing the play shop. Alright? So that at least nasusundan ninyo yung mga bagay na ginagawa natin. Okay? Sige, teachers, let's proceed. I would just like to reiterate as well, another reiteration, na lahat ng concepts na I'll be presenting for our play shop, somehow na-take up na to in the past sessions. But I just want to highlight, nire-repeat natin, inuulit-ulit natin because we want you teachers to realize and the importance of mastery, of using ClassPoint to really break or chink the barriers in our educational system. Kahit pa konti-konti, right? And one way for us to do that is again repetition. Paulit-ulit, paulit-ulit. Sige. Unang-una is gamification. This was already discussed with you in the past several sessions dito sa Kaagapay and with ClassPoint. But again, I would like to highlight gamification. This is one way for us to increase engagement. Right? Gini-gamify natin yung mga lessons natin because we want our learners to engage in the lesson. Tama? So, that is also one way for us to sustain their engagement. How? By awarding stars to encourage participation. Moving on to leveling and by earning badges, collecting stars. And lastly, leaderboards. Iba yung feeling nung bata kapag nakikita niya mismo dun sa screen na siya yung nangunguna. Siya yung nasa top part ng podium. At iba din yung effect dun sa ibang mga estudyante na nakikita niya yung self niya na nagpo-progress slowly but surely. Kailangan lang din, i-guide natin yung mga estudyante natin. Kasi at some point, mas nafe-feel ng mga bata na, ay, hindi na ako masasali. Kasi hindi naman ako magta-top 1 eh. Kailangan ipa-realize natin sa mga estudyante natin that it doesn't matter. At some point, kailangan you just have to give or do your best. Now, kanina, I gave out awards or stars, sorry. So, paano yan? So, you just need here to go to the leaderboards. Alright? Sorry. Stars pala yung pinag-uusapan natin. You need to go to your class. Dito, you need to click on your class code sa upper right corner. And then dito makikita mo ng lahat ng mga learners mo already have their stars. Okay? So you can actually award stars here if that is the case. Si Sir Bert, isa lang yung kanyang star. So si Miss Steph, ganun din. Gawin na nating dalawa. Sir Jeff, Miss Hazel. Ayan. For example, along the learning journey ng mga estudyante nyo, you are giving out these stars and these are all reflecting inside ClassPoint at nakikita nila in real time dun sa screen. That creates a very positive vibe for the students. Ay, kailangan kong pag-igihan next time because I want to earn those stars. Because in exchange of those stars, merong rewards. Diba? Motivation. Extrinsic motivation, but yet, it's motivation. Now, if you want to see the entirety of the total stars na nabigay mo, you just need to go to your, nandito sa ilalim teachers, yung trophy icon dito sa ilalim. Just need to click here. And then you will be redirected here in the leaderboard already. So nandito, dalawa yung ating top 1. Level 3 na sila. So ito yung kanilang badges with 11 stars. At lalaki pa yan as the year progresses. So kailangan lang talaga, you need to keep track of the awards or the stars that you have given to your students. Alright, so nandito din yung all-time star ranking. Okay? But for the current session, punta ka dito sa current class rank so that you can see sino yung nangunguna at sino yung parang kailangan pa ng enough support for them to move forward. So for example, nandito at rank 4 si Teacher Gia. So kailangan you need to prod this student to give her best or give his best so that he or she could earn more stars and be motivated in doing so. All right? So gamification is a whole lot of um, level kapag sa class point natin nilalagay. Also, teachers, one more thing. You can also demerit learners. So, through class points, you're also giving like, you are also imposing discipline doon sa yung mga learners mo. How to do that? You just go to your class again, class code dito sa upper right, you click on that, at dito, kapag ilalagay mo yung mouse pointer mo dyan sa right side ng stars earned ng estudyante, there's a little red arrow pointing down which signifies demerits, deducting stars. So for example, si Steph, di ba? For example, it was agreed by the class na kapag wrong answer, madededuct ka ng isang star. So it's a high stakes game, no? So for example, si Steph, wrong answer yung naibigay niya. So with that, you can deduct a star for her. All right? Or by imposing discipline as well kasi hindi kayo nakikinig or at some point you are not following instructions, you, 'di ba? You demerit them with a star. So ganun 'yan. All right? So there are really ways on how for you to engage learners just by the gamification part of this application. Super galing, no? All right, sige. Punta tayo sa next. Eto. So like this, for example, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Walang devices yung mga estudyante. Wala din silang internet. Pero sa teacher meron. So that's the context. So how will you be able to engage them? So by using your laptop, of course, right? So paano yan? So what's your favorite ice cream flavor? This time, gamitin mo yung name picker. Eto mga tips and tricks na to, teachers. So punta tayo sa name picker, nandito sa ilalim. Nandito sa ilalim. Ayan, ito. Sa ilalim, yung silhouette na may question mark. So for example, this is a recitation and you want to be unbiased. No? Gusto mo, very random. So you just click on the name picker and then the name will come up. O Neil, ano yung favorite ice cream flavor mo? 'Di ba? Walang biases. No bias question. Yung favoritism wala doon, no? It's very perfectly random. So, if tama yung answer ng bata, give him a star and then you just put him back. Pwedeng ganon. Or mag-auto-pick ka, you use the auto-pick and for example, 5 estudyante yung gusto mong tanungin. So pick 5 names and there you have it. Continue with that strategy hanggang lahat ay nakapagbigay ng sagot. Alright? So name picker also has a change to card view para maiba lang. You can also auto-pick. You can also put back, teachers. You can also put them back and auto-pick them again. Another 5 names at random. No favoritism. All right? Very random. Okay, that's for name picker. Punta tayo sa next. Teachers, eto. I cannot really emphasize more the live teaching toolkit. Okay? The live teaching toolkit. These are very essential part of ClassPoint and I want to highlight the 5 or the 6 rather na mga tools that are usually hinahanap pa natin online. We are scouring the internet just to have this common tools, 'di ba? But with ClassPoint, lahat ng to are all integrated in a central block na nasa ilalim ng ating UI or ng user interface natin. So let me start with yung name picker na tapos na natin, right? So again, name picker is the best way for us to liven up the session, to give that zest of excitement, that suspense kung sino yung makukuha or sino yung mapipili. So definitely, it sustains the engagement all throughout. Okay? Punta tayo sa next, embed browser. Ito, isa din ito sa mga pinaka-favorite ko because you don't need to leave ClassPoint. Definitely, hindi na siya hassle for our students because they don't need other browsers. Once there's an embed browser here, the student could come up on your laptop and then use the embedded browser. So paano ito gawin? Teachers na nasa ilalim lang siya, eto, with the globe icon at saka yung magnifier, and that's the browser. So you just need to click on that and you will be given a Google powered browser. Thank you Google. Di ba? Salamat Google for this one. So, yung gagawin mo lang is for you to search, di ba? Something that will support the lesson that you are giving. Like for example, the solar system. But you want more information on the planet Mars. So you don't need to leave, di ba, ClassPoint. It's embedded there. At nandyan yung lahat, di ba? Ililink ka niya sa Google Chrome browser. And then, this is one way of you also to insert this as a slide. You don't need to create a separate slide. Copy paste mo from the other browsers? No. You just need to click the insert slide nandito sa upper right corner. So once you click on that, all right, ayan. And that slide becomes a browser snapshot that you can use to annotate. Diba? Annotation tools. So, pwede kang gumuhit dyan. You can insert shapes as well. All right. You can also erase them if you want to. If you don't need all of those na. Or if you ran out of space, there, okay, for example, dito kayo magla-land. If you ran out of space, you can insert a whiteboard. Diba? For you to have that collaborative feel inside ClassPoint. So that's it, no? Very powerful. Ang very powerful ng embed browser. And I hope teachers, you were also trying out this functionality. All right? Sige. Punta tayo sa next. All right. Dito din, right? Yon, kanina, our solar system, like for example, like that, you can embed a browser to, all right, yan. Or if you need another link for you to explore, solar system, sorry, ayan, you can have this, right? And definitely, yung pinaka-idea dito is you don't leave the application itself. Hindi ka na lumalabas. Diba? And it's hassle-free talaga. Now, let's proceed. Timer and stopwatch. Very important tool then inside ClassPoint for you to be on point on the time that you put for a particular activity. So saan yan makikita? It's on the second na icon dito, yung timer natin. All right? So if you click on that, you can set a timer that will dwindle down until the 0 or stopwatch. You can also maximize this for efficiency para makita ng lahat so that lahat is on time in submitting their outputs or in finishing their ClassPoint activities. That's timer or stopwatch. Punta tayo sa draggable objects. Isa din ito sa pinaka-favorite ko na part ng ClassPoint. That interactivity. You don't need another extra device for them to use. You just allow them to handle the mouse of your laptop, and then have them, you know, drag the objects and answer the activity by dragging the objects inside. Meron ako ditong activity. This is already a draggable slide. Um, but basically, ipapakita ko lang paano siya gawin. Eto. So you just need to go to Ink No ClassPoint na add-in natin. And eto. Draggable objects. You just click on this. I hope na nakita yan sa inyong end teachers. So you click on that, and then lahat ng elements that you want to be interactive or draggable, you just need to highlight them. Like that. Click them so that they become drag enabled. And once that is done, it's already there, right? It is already programmed inside. So if you click on your slideshow, yan, kapag nag-blue na siya at nawala, it's already draggable. So order the planets, for example, Mercury is here. Sorry po. Mercury, yan. I'll be malfunctioning a little bit lang. Ayan. You click on draggable objects dito sa ilalim to activate the power of that function. So you click on that, and then you can already start dragging them. Sorry kung hindi kita lang yung ibang mga icons. Ayan, Mercury, Venus, Mars. So, tawagin mo isa-isa yung mga estudyante. And you can jam this one with a name picker. Like for example, gusto kong pumili ng isang bata. Juan, can you go here in front, handle the mouse of our laptop, and then put the next planet after Mars. Right? So once that is done, yung bata yung maglalagay, magda-drag. And that sense of fulfillment dun sa part ng bata na siya yung mismong humawak dun sa mouse at nagawa niya yung activity, it really gives a sense of purpose and it really emanates that sense of inclusivity. Tama? Alright. Teachers, if merong questions, don't forget, ilagay nyo lang sa live chat. And we will answer all of those later. Ayan, annotation tools tayo, teachers. Very important. Yung annotation tools natin ay makikita na sa toolbar natin sa ilalim. And all of these are all available. Lahat ng to is available sa ating free version ng ClassPoint. Alright? So, annotation tools can give you power to annotate. Diba? We have your pens there, highlighters, erasers, shapes, text, whiteboard, and the draggable objects as well. So, paano? Like for example, for the littles, for the young students that we have, for example, meron kang lesson for symmetry. Paano yan? Teacher, gusto ko mag-try. So for example, you just program it and then have them hold the mouse and have them perform the activity. Diba? Again, ayan. Alright. Eto, this is applicable if yung mga estudyante natin has no internet connection, has no devices on their own, or yung school walang devices that can be lent to our students, then definitely eto yung pwede natin gawin. Provided the device, your device, and then have the children share it in turns. Again, name picker is one way for you to do this as well. No? Para that sense of excitement is sustained. For the higher grades, they can use the annotation tools again dito. All right. For example, highlighter for them to highlight the important details. Pwedeng lakihan. Solar powered like that. And the water cycle is essentially a closed system. Okay. So they can use this annotation tools effectively if you also as a teacher orient them as well. Okay? Eraser, just a click, nawawala. Diba? Napaka-inclusive nito. Napaka-easy. Alright? Now, I also would want to give an equal importance sa ating laser pointer. Alright? Ginagamit ko ito kanina to emphasize certain parts of my slides. Ayan. Alright? And also there's a hidden function dito, yung highlight or yung focus. No? So you just click S on your keyboard at magta-transform siya. Yan. So that you can guide the focus of your students. Like for example, on the term solar powered, and they want or you want them to focus on that. So solar powered, 'di ba? Paano gawin? You just um, transfer from the mouse pointer to the laser pointer. And once that is done, click on S, the letter S on your keyboard so that it is activated. All right? Sige. Teachers, kumusta kayo? Are you still there? Let me know. Sige nga, andyan pa ba kayo sa ating stream? Let me start the poll first before I proceed. Carry pa ba? Kaya pa ba? True or false? Nandyan pa ba kayo? True or false? Natatawa ako minsan dito sa mga quick polls na nilalagay ko. Sorry teachers ha. Siguro sa pagod lang din. Ayan. Ayan. Sir, how do we make a class if the students are not online? Yan. Let me address that question, Teacher Pau, Teacher Pauline. Ayan, hindi na okay, dalawa, baka gutom na. Pwede pong kumain while you are watching or while you are listening. All right, thank you teachers. Salamat po. At least almost everybody are still up and going pa. So let me just close the submission. Ayan. Eto, one last thing para ma-maximize nyo yung usage ng ClassPoint natin. And to foster inclusivity in our classroom. Yung next is a very familiar function, newly launched, Who Am I? Kilala nyo ba siya? Multiple choice tayo. Sige nga, teachers, kilala nyo ba to? Sorry ah. Ay, sorry. Let me minimize. Yan, yung icon na yan. Bilis ah. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let me close the submission. The correct answer is ClassPoint AI. Ayan, baka yung dalawang sumagot ng B na Google Bard, baka hindi pa nila kilala si ClassPoint AI. ClassPoint AI was just launched recently for pro users. All right? So, basically, this is the highest level of functionality na binigay ni ClassPoint to the pro users. So ClassPoint AI is here to scan the content from your PowerPoint slide and generate questions at lightning speeds. So ito yung si ClassPoint AI. So where do we see ClassPoint AI? Nandito siya sa ilalim. Ito, yung first icon dito sa third section ng ating toolbar, si AI quiz. Alright? Sige. So, how does it work? ClassPoint AI reads your slide. Di ba? Tinitingnan ng AI kung anong mga question or anong mga elements yung pwede niyang i-collate so that makapag-create siya ng isang question slide. Next, mag-generate siya ng question. Okay? Very fast. As in, no? And you just, in a click of your finger. Ang bilis. And ClassPoint AI gives you option on how would you want to proceed or present that particular question slide. Like for example, okay, this is a reading exercise. But teachers, just a quick reminder, I just remembered, sabi ni Sir Bert, kailangan kapag gumagamit tayo ng ClassPoint AI, yung elements na nasa slide dapat is, nakalimutan ko yung terminology, but kailangan na in-encode mo siya personally. Okay, it's an element inside your PowerPoint. Hindi nare-read ni ClassPoint AI yung question if it is from an image. Okay, parang kinopy-paste mo lang yung image ng question and then have ClassPoint AI generate a question from that image, hindi niya nare-read yun. So, kailangan it's manually encoded doon sa slide so that mabasa siya ni ClassPoint. So, if we click on the ClassPoint AI or AI quiz option here, mag-generate siya ng question if you click on this option. But you still have options here. Before ka mag-generate, see to it na finalize mo yung question type, yung Bloom's taxonomy level ng question, at yung question language. Kasi nag-a-adapt din siya dun sa content na nare-read niya from your slide. So, kung English yung question, ang dami, almost 30 plus na ata ng mga languages yung na detect ni ClassPoint AI. And well, it's inclusion, it's inclusivity, right? Ang daming languages yung naso-support na niya. If that is okay na, then you just go back and generate a question. So, ClassPoint AI now generates a question. All right. If you want to check the answer, that's okay. Or if you want to generate another na different taxonomy level naman siya, pwede din. So if you want to check the answer, and if you want to save it as a slide, then definitely it can be saved as a slide. Ayan na. Right? So, you can launch the quiz right after that. O, di ba ang galing? So, ClassPoint AI is one of those functionalities of ClassPoint that really answers to that idea na mas it leads towards transformation, reinventing transformation. And really, ClassPoint, I really love that ClassPoint AI is really here to stay. Yan, okay? Whatever type of question you need, it is there. Multiple choice, fill in the blanks, and short answer. But I think in the future, maybe Ma'am Steph and Sir Bert on the back, or even Sir Franco has an anong tawag dito, insider info kung ano pa yung pwedeng ma-extend ng mga question types in the future. Malay natin, no? Whatever level in Bloom's taxonomy, pwede niyang i-generate and in over 30 languages. That's how inclusive ClassPoint AI is. Right? Kahit anong language that you are speaking, it is ready to answer your needs for question answers. So, impressed? So, it is already launched and you can try it out. But I think it's only for pro users lang muna. Okay? For pro users. And with that, I want to wrap up this session. I would like to apologize for the overtime, but again, teachers, I cannot reiterate enough how thankful I am to be back here and to really give you that idea na you have to be brave in embracing these challenges because we really want the best for our students. And I cannot also highlight more how brave you were until now in combating the effects of the pandemic and the shifts in our educational system. But again, you are here to stay. You are here answering all of those challenges with grace and with that level of effectivity on the field. So again, teachers, maraming salamat for listening, and hopefully marami kayong natutunan from our session on breaking barriers in education with ClassPoint. Sir Franco, Ma'am Steph, and Sir Bert.
Yes, no, maraming salamat, Sir Gab. Of course, madami tayong natutunan, no? Kaya talagang siksik-liglig, no? At sulit definitely ang overtime, Sir Gab, no? Kaya pagdating sa discussion na to, okay? So I think teachers, no, we can accommodate some more few questions before we wrap up our session for today. You can put that in the chat, no, and we'll try to address them as soon as possible, okay? Siguro, Sir Gab, no, if we are since we're still waiting for some questions, okay, although they're already saying thank you, no, okay, thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge about ClassPoint AI. Pero sir, ikaw, personally, okay, on a very personal siguro na perspective, okay, as an educator and of course as a trainer, okay, where do you think no we are leading, okay, towards this new technology in education? Maybe like give 5 years or 10 years, okay, how transformed do you think education should be given this technology right now?
Ako, Sir Franco, I really have high hopes for AI talaga. I mean, when 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 ChatGPT, nung pumutok talaga yung ChatGPT, I really felt that artificial intelligence will be the next big thing for the educational landscape natin. Um, I saw how powerful artificial intelligence, I saw how effective artificial intelligence could really streamline the work that we are doing in the educational sector. But it is also very powerful in really stepping up the game of our learners. Um, with the way artificial intelligence works, learners could really do more with their time, can really do more with their energies. But again, ang dami lang talagang red flags din si AI. It is just in its infancy period pa lang right now, but yung red flags ito, like for example, yung fact checking, the relevance of the information being shared. Kasi for students, if they're using this artificial intelligence in really doing their homework or their schoolwork, it really is a plus. But again, yung point dito is how we could sustain the value of trust and the value of hard work when it comes to really um, submitting genuine works, no, genuine works of literature or even artworks, di ba? Kahit AI nagpipaint eh. And at some point, yung merong isang artwork na nanalo pa talaga siya in a digital artwork competition somewhere in Europe. And grabe yung impact nito. But for us here in the Philippines, it could really do well if tayo as teachers have that capacity to master artificial intelligence. And even yun nga, yung sinasabi nga natin, Sir Franco, ever since the pandemic struck, meaningfully integrate them into our curriculum and into our teaching pedagogy.
Thank you so much, Sir Gab, for that, no? Okay. Um, Yan. Okay. Sir, may question lang dito. Sir, compatible po ba ang ClassPoint sa iOS? Parang hindi pa, no? Okay.
Hindi pa.
Sa ano yata natin, sa ating Mac system. Okay. I don't know, pero I think to syempre lagi iniisip pa rin yan ni ClassPoint. Okay, don't worry. Naririnig naman yan. Okay, lalo na po nasa background natin, no? Si Sir Bert, tsaka si Miss Stephanie. Definitely nakikita nila yung mga comments, tsaka requests, no? Okay. So just keep on sending them. Kapag meron pa tayong mga requests, no, concerns, issues, no, okay? Feel free to contact ClassPoint. Okay, you can also contact the community, and of course, no, yung ClassPoint support natin po. Okay? Para po marinig itong mga ganitong klaseng requests, okay, for ClassPoint. Okay, at nakita naman natin, Sir Gab, no, hindi naman nagpapahuli si ClassPoint. Pag may kailangan yung mga teachers, pag may mga new
Yes.
things na kailangan i-add, no, na idadagdag naman yan agad, of course, may syempre may mga timeline yan, okay? Na kailangan sundan, no? Hindi yan na agad-agad nakakonsider. Okay? Kasi part yan ng development, no, ng ClassPoint as a tool. Okay? But it definitely will evolve as well. Okay? Siguro lang last question, Sir Gab, no? Okay, if we're seeing AI as going to be part, no, of the future of education, not only the Philippines, no, but actually in the world. Okay,
Yes.
if you're going to emphasize, no, or highlight one particular obstacle for this to happen, what would that be?
Siguro for me as an educator talaga, Sir Franco, it's the anong tawag dito? Yung originality. Yung originality talaga yung primary red flag ko with
With
AI, with artificial intelligence. Kasi it really happened to me personal experience with my class, I think parang ano din siya, it's a double-edged sword. Kasi this is with my technology class sa college. So I really took the red pill for this, Sir Franco. So I really introduced them with artificial intelligence. I let them dabble with ChatGPT, and at some point nagbigay ko ng parang output for them. It's a long response activity. It's an essay. So talagang hindi ko in-expect that they would remember our lesson on ChatGPT and on artificial intelligence. And talagang ginalingan ko pa talaga yung specifications ng essay na yon. Parang pinahirapan ko talaga and allow them and let them really be on their limits, no, on answering that on that activity. But again, when the deadline came, yung mga estudyante ko fresh na fresh. Parang hindi man lang nahirapan dun sa activity na pinagawa ko. So I catch up the idea na ginamitan talaga nila ng artificial ng AI, ng ChatGPT 'yon.
Mm-hmm.
And kasi parang finact check ko din with originality, with an app that checks for originality, and yung lumabas, yun nga, it's AI generated. Merong mga red flags na binigay yung application din na yun. I forgot the name, but it's an application that is still in its uh, tawag dito, in its infancy din. So hopefully yun talaga yung originality ng gawa. Kasi when it comes to originality, I really value them as an educator kasi doon ko nakikita yung sincerity mo when it comes um to excel, no, in the class.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Sir Gab. No, unfortunately, teachers, no, that's the only time we have for this evening, no, para po masagot yung mga tanong niyo. But of course, no, okay, marami pa to, Sir Gab, siguro, no, okay, magkakaroon pa ng mga future sessions, okay, and the topics, no, on AI, no, okay, and of course, no, ClassPoint will also be here, no, on continuing to provide us with professional development sessions like this, no, okay, so abangan lang po natin yung teachers, okay. So, siguro po at this point, I'd like just to call on no, Miss Stephanie from the background to present our certificate of appreciation to Sir Gab, no, okay, for sharing his time, of course, okay, with all of us today.
Thank you, Sir Franco, and thank you so much, Sir Gab. It is my pleasure to present and respectfully award this certificate of appreciation to Mr. Joseph Gabriel Educado for sharing his knowledge and expertise in the recently concluded webinar entitled Breaking Barriers in Education with ClassPoint, awarded this date July 5th, 2023, signed by yours truly and, of course, our ever-present Sir Franco. Thank you so much po.
For that, okay. So again, no, siguro lang, Sir Gab, before tayo mag-end, no, and before I show the evaluation link for our teachers, okay, maybe just like a final message, okay, to our community.
Ayan, thank you, Sir Franco, Ma'am Steph, for this opportunity again to be back here in Kaagapay together with ClassPoint. And teachers, again, thank you so much for being here and for, for staying up until 7:45 p.m. this evening to be with me for this session. I really appreciate the time and the effort that you are giving, both for this session and also with your professional lives as public school or private school teachers. Continue lang tayo, teachers. I know na nakakapagod at some point. I know na minsan nakakairita din yung mga concerns at yung mga problema na lumalabas from our educational system. But again, tayo yung tanglaw ng ating mga students. We are the stars. We are the guiding light of our students. And we want them to feel talaga that they are safe in our classrooms, that they are there appreciated, and they are there to become better persons, not just personally, but also as a citizen. That's why we are putting our 1,000% in really meaningfully integrating educational technology in our pedagogy and in providing meaningful teaching and learning experiences for our learners. So with that, teachers, a big salute to all of you. Maraming salamat at hanggang sa muli nating pagkikita dito sa Kaagapay Teacher Support with ClassPoint.
Okay, maraming salamat Sir Gab. And once again, teachers, no, okay, thank you so much, okay, for joining us in this session. Okay, please again, no, as I mentioned earlier, please do join our community at Kaagapay Teacher Support. Also, subscribe to our channel at our YouTube channel. Also, please join our ClassPoint community. Kung hindi nyo po nami-meet si ClassPoint, that's the good way to start, no? Okay? Kasi nandyan yung mga resources, okay? That community, no, is well managed and as well as napaka-generous po na pagdating sa resources sharing, no? Of course, no, si Sir Bert na lilid no ng ating also ng community. Okay? Sobrang daming resources dyan. Hindi kayo maubusan para mas magamit nyo ng mas mahusay si ClassPoint. No? And of course, okay, please continue to also follow ClassPoint's TikTok account. No? Okay? Let's all be part, no? Parang road to 1 million na yata to, Miss Stephanie. No? Yun na ba yung next goal natin? Ayan, Sir Bert, no? Sir Bert talaga, okay? Kasi lagi ko talaga sinasabi, no? Yung road to 1 million, siguro 1 week yan pag nakita namin yung dance number mo dyan. Ano yan? Auto 1 million. Okay, anyway, congratulations once again no class point. Siguro lang, Miss Stephanie, Sir Bert, any reminders or maybe message to our teachers? Baka meron po tayong something to say?
Siguro thank you so much lang po. And of course to our teachers who have been with us throughout the entire ClassPoint series, and of course to Kagapay Teacher Support. I know that end of school year na for public school, so I do hope na sana magkaroon kayo ng rest and downtime with your loved ones kahit sandali lang po. And again, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you again on our next event po.
Yes.
Thank you as well, Sir Franco.
Thank you, Miss Stephanie, no, for always no for the trust as well. And by the way, no, kakalagay ko lang ng link ko kanina bilang isang affiliate no, you can purchase your ClassPoint accounts via my affiliate account link so that you can get no 10% discount, no. So malaking bagay na po 'yan para sa ating lahat. Okay? So once again, teachers, maraming salamat and thank you so much no for being with us. Okay? Here's now your evaluation link, no, that will automatically generate an e-certificate for everyone. Okay, so once again, teachers, maraming salamat and we'll be seeing you again. So again po yan, okay? Very soon. Okay, so abangan po natin yung mga next professional development sessions with Kagapay Teacher Support and ClassPoint. Okay, paalam teachers, have a great day po. Have a great evening and of course, have a great week ahead po. Thank you, teachers.